Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining the class. Looks like we have some people missing, including Kevin and Kevin. That's easy to find because I can read the read the names. So hopefully they will join us soon. I plan to go over your videos today and give you some feedback right away. I haven't watched them yet, so depending on how the performance and how is this video, then I can tell you what would be your next assignment. Now, we don't have much time left to the end of the semester. So, and the final video, it will be due on June 7. So then on June 14, we can get together and, get together. I think it's going to be all in teams. By get together, I mean, we can be online and check your grades and things like that. If it is the case that you still haven't brought your book to me, because I know that for the international students, you should be in campus. So I got a couple of the students already come to my office with their books, but the others haven't shown up. And so I hope that those who are in campus will come to show up. And those of you who are already back home, what you need to do is to, like I said last time, to find the pages that I have stamped, and then sign your name on top of my signature or beside my signature, wherever you want, but close to my signature, close to my stamp. And then take a picture of that page with its page number. And so then email it to me. So for those of you who are not in campus, please take a picture, sign your names beside my name, beside my stamp, and send it to me. Maybe I will take a picture to show you what I mean as the instruction, so you can follow that. Okay, so sometimes the page number is not easy to show actually because the page numbers are in the bottom. So maybe not the page number, but just your signature. Let me go ahead and show you this in the group line. It's gonna look something like this. Whether you want to sign in English or Chinese or any other language is okay. So you can take a look at the sample I sent to the line group. It's gonna look like, all right, let me share my screen also. It's gonna look like this. Like I said, I sent it to the line group. So find the pages that has my stamp and sign and date it and send it to, and put them all together in one file or in one zip file or whatever you want to do it, but email them together in one file. And the email, still, if you are not sure, you can check the email. Should not be difficult to remember. The email says write to Dr. M at gmail.com. So email. All right. Any questions about what I just said? No question? Okay. Let me check and see who do I have here right now, and then I will go over the videos of the people who are here. And so those who are not here, then don't want to be here, then that's fine. So Ian, when I call you, please turn on your camera quickly, and then let me see your handsome or good
Morning, sir. Good
morning.
morning,
Good morning.
everyone.
Thank you. Alan, no, Alan. Ben,
Uh, good morning, teacher.
good morning, man. So we don't have none of the Kevins, right? So no Kevin. Rico,
Good morning.
good morning.
Morning.
Michael,
Hello, Ralph.
hello, Michael. So how are you doing, Michael?
Yeah, I'm doing great, actually.
Good. You look good. So you're
Yeah,
back in campus, or
yeah, I'm back in campus, but I'm actually currently doing my self-help management, so I cannot go to the school yet.
okay? No problem. When you are out of the quarantine, just make sure you bring your book. Just send me a message, and then we will check the book. Wina, Manning, Stella,
Morning.
good morning, Stella, Tony, Pat, Kelly, Kelly Shu, morning. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One extra person is checked in. All right. Just to remind you again, before the end of the class, remember to definitely go and answer the feedback. And then if you have any comments or question, or just say whatever, thank you or no question, just do these two, because now that we are officially online, the school is going to want to see those things, and then it's probably going to remain the same until the end of the semester. And I'm pretty sure your other instructor, your other professors also ask for the same thing, because it's we all get the same instructions. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video. So this is my plan. I haven't watched this video, so we're going to watch most of each person's video today, and I will make some comments, and then I can also tell you what grade you're going to get in it, because well, it's just not easy for me to send individual messages to everyone. So you're going to know what your grade is going to get, and then you can decide. We can decide. I have to see how many videos are of a better quality, or really there are some things to be improved. And if it's really not good, then we all have to redo this video for next week. If it's relatively doing well, then the next video would be just your final exam video, which is due on June 7th. And the final exam video would be choosing one of these two topics, and that you did for the VP1 and VP2. Just choose one of those topics, and then prepare your best for the final exam. So it would be a new video, but it would be on the same topic that you have done. And so let's see how it is, and then I will write the instruction because I haven't written the instruction for the next assignment and for the final. So let's start with Ian and see how we do.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ian. Thanks for being here. And I am delighted to speak to you in this class today.
So Ian, remember, I think I mentioned something about the subtitle. I don't know, maybe it's not you, but the color of the subtitle doesn't look very good. So you should make sure the color. I suggest you use a black or yellow color, because yellow color can see on almost any kind of background. I don't know the rest of the video, so how kind of background you have, but this is one way to do. Sorry. So one way to do is to change the
Today,
color. Another way to do is to have a background. Give it a background color like a gray or even black or some kind of a dark color, dark blue. So no matter what's in the video, we can see what you write, because this background will cover it. Um, do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, yes. So this is the best way I suggest is to have a background. Doesn't have to be like very solid. It could be a little transparent, but a background that no matter what's in your video, you don't have to worry about the color. We can always read your subtitle. Since you have gone through the trouble of having the subtitle, then why not make it so we can read it?
I will take about
Okay.
45 minutes to show how good this product and how it suits you. I will divide my introduction into the three parts. So let's go start it. Have you had a busy day and don't want to clean the floor? Or when you are being at work for the week and could have a nice holiday, only find the hair and dust on the floor that made me feel annoying? Or when you watching a movie at home and eating snacks, the residue of the snacks fall on the ground, so you have to take a brown and out to clean. It is a very troublesome. So let me introduce to you this soon to be change your life product, and that is
Okay, and so far we have a good the elements of introduction, right? Because you need to pitch the product. So you know, tell us what you're gonna do, and then you look very good. The proportion of you to the video also looks very good. The only thing it still needs improving is your enthusiasm for this product, and that's probably you can take care of that with a few times of practice, because everything else is intact, is good. But you know, you're reading from the notes, which is okay. I mean, this is a very good way again for everybody. If you want to have notes with you, this is very professional. And the way that he holds it, he has also a phone and an iPad like this. So okay, but anyway, having an iPad with big letters that you can read it very carefully at this distance from your eye, I think this is very professional and good looking. So it's no problem with that. But we're just missing that enthusiasm, because you want to sell a product. You want to tell us what's good. So have you ever thought that you're lazy to clean your house? Do you have a feeling that you have to pick up the broom and clean the house and something like that, and kind of make us feel like, oh, it's so painful to clean the house, right? Because you're probably going to sell us a product that help us clean the house. So you have to give us the problem. So we talked about this, and then so far you bring in the elements very nicely, because we said first we have to give the audience a problem, and you are giving the audience a problem. Let me see if I can do something kind of kind of spontaneous. All right, so we went through this last time, if you guys remember, and here, what this is the step one of the whole process, and Ian is doing that. He's giving us a problem, and we need to tell the audience that there is something you need. All right, so this has to really show that is a definite something they need. And so this only comes with your body language and your vocal delivery, and that's the part that I wish that Ian can improve. And it's not difficult. I mean, it takes practice, but it's something he can do because he has done other videos like that before. So other presentations with more enthusiasm, and maybe this time the time is a little short. So um, now I am lost. Okay, I find you. All right, let's listen more.
Xiaomi swimming robot. And so, how design does it have? The first is smart enough. It has the last LDS signals and a smart map generation, which can quickly detect the
All right, so I think we're gonna just fall asleep if you're gonna talk like this.
and it is not boring to be alone at home. So we all about the AI is getting the better and better. But it seems that is not widely used in our daily life. And
So there is a summary before this, Ian?
Yeah, you say summary.
Yes,
Uh,
maybe not, huh?
yeah, yeah, nah.
Okay, so remember, do you know what's the difference between the summary and the conclusion?
Yeah,
Okay, so what is summary? What is conclusion?
the summary is the say that.
Summary is what you want us to learn from you. So what you wanted us to learn from you, you will say put it in the summary, sort of like the outline, right? It's very
Yeah,
similar
right.
to the outline. So you could just put the same things in the outline. Say today I talked about this, this, and this. That's it. And then the conclusion is your final thoughts. Now, in this case, your final thought would be like, if you buy this product, your life would be much easier and blah, 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 something like that. The final uh, sales pitch, we say. So that's what it would help. So that's the difference between summary and conclusion. So your video, then what does it need? It needs a better presentation of the subtitle, but just adding some kind of a dark
Yeah,
background. Two is that you need to really put more enthusiasm, because I don't think you go to buy a car or buy anything that people just sell something like this to you. Even though you can go to like any kind of a 3C store, right? And then go to buy the Xiaomi from them and see how the salesperson is trying to sell to you. How do they present it? If it's a good salesperson, I have seen a lot of bad salesperson. Also, they don't know anything about their product and they have no enthusiasm, and so therefore I don't buy. But if there is enthusiasm and there is something they really know about it, and even though I'm kind of a so-so, then it encourages me to buy that product. Actually, I did buy a Xiaomi from a salesperson when I went there. I just wanted to get some information. But then he is very enthusiastic and he tell me, oh, there is also this kind of offer. You get this one free, and then this and that. And he explained the whole situation. Why is this better than that one? Don't spend so much money. Anyway, he convinced me to buy it right away. I didn't plan to buy it that day. So that's one thing that is missing from your presentation. Those three things can make your presentation very good. So you can, if you want, you can reproduce this for next week. to just as a trial, and if it's really good, then that could be what you can submit for your final. If you don't, then you just prepare a video for the final, whether this one or the one you did, but with any problems that the other one might have had that I probably told you last week. So you can decide what to do. But let me watch more videos and see what the other classmates have done. So before I make that a final. And also you're missing the summary. So 14. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So is Kevin back? Kevin Tanjaya with us today yet or no? Let me see. No Kevin. Okay, no Kevin. Then we go to Rico.
Hello, my name is Rico. Today I'm going to talk to you about happiness. People often tell me I look happy and it's true. The purpose is I want to know why I.
So you're a little bit short of time, Rico, right? We said 4 to 7. Rico?
Hi.
Hi. Are you short of time? Because I saw the video. Say again.
Presentation about 4 minutes.
Yes, we said 4 to 7 minutes. But how long is your presentation? It's 3 minutes 17, and it takes almost 30 seconds for you to start talking.
Okay.
So this is not even 3 minutes presentation. So that's the first problem.
Feeling happy so often. The benefit of my presentation is understand how you feel happy and you can know what to do to be happy. This is my outline, what, kind, factor, and my conclusion. First.
So for the purpose, I think we have a pretty good purpose statement here from Rico. She said that want to know why I feel happy so often, and that so you can understand how to make yourself feel happy. Again, we mentioned in here that the purpose should be one sentence, and again, I like to emphasize that I like to have these two in two different colors when you talk about your purpose. So she put in two different bullet form. That's fine. And she follows it, but again, just make it in two different colors, whatever color is your two favorite colors, so that what you want us to learn from you and why we should listen to you. This is very important, because this will build the whole presentation. You will build your whole presentation on this. So if you are wanting us to learn something, then in the end you need to show us what was the benefit for us to listen to you. Then you have got a complete presentation, right? So Rico does have that, not in two different colors, but then it would be better to have in two different colors in well, in one sentence I said, but this is fine too.
To be happy. This is my outline, what, kind, factor, and my conclusion. First is what is happiness. It means that the feeling of being happy and pleased. Happiness can be divided into two types, temporary happiness and long-term happiness. Short-term happiness is like money, status, stuff. These are relatively easy to obtain. Another is long-term happiness. Today I focus on long-term happiness. And there are 4 factors in happiness. Let's try self-actualization and growth, thanks, connection, and graduate. will work out, positive and optimistic, and like you, independent and self-paced. I will explain what this means in the next slide. First of all, striving for a dream is to.
Okay, Rico. So I like your PowerPoint. It's very clear and to the point, just like your previous ones. You make good PowerPoints. Obviously, you also need to practice this more because it's short of time, and also you, just like I mentioned to Ian, you lack that enthusiasm because you are going to tell us how to be happy, right? So you should sound very, very happy. And then if you are going to talk like this, it will sound like, oh, maybe we don't want to be happy like this is like you're talking. So you need to put that happiness in our brain, in your sound, in your body language, and so on. And so because you're also reading from your notes too often, it's going to take away that. I think again, from your past presentations, this is just because needs more practice. Let me see if how we can, because the conclusion for you would be really important. So I like to see what the conclusion will bring us.
And long-term happiness. And this is my summary. Happiness means that the feeling of being happy and
Okay, I saw this one at the beginning too. So let me now check. Oh, here you said kinds of happiness. Okay, the kinds of happiness. Good. Yes. But here you talk about kids. Kids. All right. So be careful with that.
there are two kinds of happiness, temporary and long-term. And the factor of happiness is let's try, thanks, will work hard and like you. And I explained the mechanism of happiness. And this is my conclusion. The pursuit of long-term happiness is important, and on goals leads to long-term happiness, and having goals and dreams makes you happy. This is my presentation.
Okay, very good. So we have the summary and the conclusion. It's exactly what I asking. So your summary and conclusion is right intact. I suggest that if you have like an earphone or some kind of a headset, when you're doing the recording, just use it. It's okay to have this in your head if it's in the picture, if it's big like this, and sometimes people have just a small one. But your sound is a little bit not so clear, and there is some kind of background sound maybe there. So if you have a microphone closer to you, it would be much better. Um, and I'm sure if you have a headset or something like that, you can just use that. You have any? Do you understand? So the problems right now for your video is that first of all, it's short of time. Second of all, it has English mistake. Third of all, the sound needs to be more clear. And most importantly, and final one is that you need to put more enthusiasm and more practice to this one. So, do you have any questions for me?
I have no question.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So, thank you for that. Then we can go to Michael.
That I love the most to wear. Hello guys, my name is Michael, and today I want to give you some presentation about the products that I love the most to wear every day, which is Bluetooth wireless earbuds. I know it's kind of cliche, it's kind of commercial, but trust me, you're gonna love these presentations. So, the purpose in this presentation is to give you some explanation about the products, and also I want to give you some recommendation to buy these products because maybe this is a good fit for you to buy these earbuds. So I will divide it these presentations into 6 outlines. The first one is what is Jabra Elite 75T. The second one is what specs do they have provide. The third one is what colors do they have. And the last one is where to buy these products. And I will sum up a little bit and I will give you some conclusion in the end of presentation. So the first one, what is Jabra L75T? So basically it's a true wireless Bluetooth earbuds that can cost you around
All right, so far for Michael's presentation, we have very good enthusiasm as he usually has in his presentations. So even though he's in the video, he keep his enthusiasm up, even though he's in quarantine. So that's really good. And I missed if you had a hook. Did you have a hook?
Maybe for the introduction, but I don't give a little bit of hook. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's not.
Yeah, so but it's good that you started with that. I want to introduce to you something that I really like to use. So this is very personal. So this is making it very close to the audience. So this is a
Mm.
good start. And before that, maybe you will come up with some scenario, like a story, like make up a story. So I just was wondering, and I was walking, I don't know, I somehow show that I need this one rather than the other ones that they are not good. Maybe the wired one has a problem, and you can just
Mhm.
play that, the wire make me crazy, something like that, or just come up with a question, or something like that. Make us to have a problem. So just like
Okay.
Ian had, first you need to, the first step is to give us the problem. What is the problem that you are trying to, that your product is going to solve? All right. And then in the step 2, you are offering your solution. And in the step 3, you sell your idea, right? It's the same thing also for Rico, but for the concept, because the concept is the same thing. First, you need to give us a problem. Like, have you noticed that our lives is full of unhappy news, and you can maybe even talk about, like, you see the war everywhere. There's a war now in Russia and Ukraine. So you're gonna have to give us the problem that we are unhappy. Yeah, I'm talking to Rico about this. And then after that, you showed us that there is a problem. Then you're going to tell us that I am going to show you the solution, how to be happy, and give you some information about what happiness is. So maybe the time that you are a little bit short, maybe you can, at the beginning, you can add something like this. Give us the problem, have a some kind of a mm, hook to your presentation, so that you will also meet the 4 minute minimum. Okay, let's go back to Michael.
4,700 anti-dollars, and it's pretty decent for the price and for the good quality. And sorry, it's pretty good. And
Oh, another thing I need to mention about Michael is that he is free. You can see he even move a little bit to the left, to the right, and his body language is free. And so that's very good. So I just wonder, Michael, this is the background I saw this morning too. Is this a picture or is this actually your room?
It's actually my room, actually.
Yeah. So I can suggest maybe you can project just a very, either a blurry background if you like, or the background could be somehow related to this product. I don't know how much you can, which program you're using, but it's possible that maybe your background has something related, even just the name, like it's a really white background with the name on it, or it's just a blurry background or something like that. Just because there's nothing wrong with your background, it's clean and clear, but maybe it doesn't relate to the presentation. So it's better that we just don't see anything, so that we don't get distracted. All right, it's just a technical.
It can also fit into your ears very good,
Hmm.
and
So it's a very good demo.
it's kind of have a good sensation in it while you're using it. And the second one, what specs do they provide? The first one is IP55 rating, which is a water resistance and dust resistance. So maybe you want to use it while you're taking a shower. It can also be done, and it cannot ruin your Jabra at 75T. And the second one, it can also connect up to two devices at the same time.
So it's waterproof, right?
It's not waterproof, sir, but they have the water resistance.
Okay. So,
So it's
uh-huh.
some reasons they cannot take some like a high pressure of water,
No,
something
but
like
you
that.
can take a shower with it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ah, okay, so this is also can become part of your hook, like say, oh, have you ever been in the situation you really are listening to some kind of a, important speech, or you're enjoying your music, and now it's time to take a shower, and now you can't really listen. So I have a product for you. All of these things, all the advantages that this product has, could be part of your. I mean, not all of them, but at least whatever you think would be more attention catching to the audience. Oh, I can take a shower with it. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so now I'm more interested in listening to this product, but for the time concerns, let me see how this ends.
So let's sum up a little bit. So the first one, what is Jabra LH75T? So basically it's a true wireless Bluetooth earbuds. And the second one is what specs do they have provide. The first one is IP55 rating, can connect up to two devices at the same time, and they do have a hear through and an ANC mode. And you can also use this Jabra L75T at 7.5 hours and up to 5.5 hours while using the hear through and ANC mode. And they provide you some 28 hours charging cases, and they also give you the Sound Plus app to edit your music and sound preference. And they do come up with the black version, the gold base version, and the titanium black ones. And where to buy them? You can go to their official stores in Jabra stores, and you can also go to the Shopee and go to the Jabra official stores also. And the last one, you can go to the retail stores around your city. Okay, for the conclusion, if you're an Android users, if you want to look some decent, good quality and good price and worth it off in earbuds, then you can buy the Jabra L75T.
Very good. Actually, I was looking for a wireless head for a wireless for my phone, and only thing I am not very comfortable is with this kind, that it will, because my ears are not easy to hold something in it. It just will
Oh,
come out. But you showed us that
okay.
it's very comfortable to use. So I think that's very helpful, and that's a very good sales pitch. Sorry guys, let me see who's calling. Okay. Okay. So we will continue with these videos. Let's take a short break, and then come back in 5 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go over the whole videos, and hopefully by that time maybe the people who are absent will show up as well. I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right. So we can go ahead and continue with the videos that we were watching. Let's go to, so let me see, Kevin, none of the Kevins here yet. Okay, we will count them as absent then. Alan, not with us? Okay, so,
Good morning, teacher.
oh, Alan, you're here. Where is your
Yeah.
camera? You have a camera? All right, Karen. So then let me see if your video is here. Did you submit your video yet? Is this one, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so for Alan and for Ben, make sure you kind of put a space in here, so because then it will not line up the way it should. But anyway, let's go to Alan.
Today I am going to introduce mobile payments. My outline has two parts. One, what is mobile payment? Two, mobile payment common in Taiwan. Introduce video.
Okay, so Alan, so we need a little bit of more elaborated introduction. So introduction, like I said, again, need to give us first of all a problem. So what is the problem that you want to solve for us, right? And then we also need some kind of a hook, which the hook and the problem could be the same, right? And you want to use a video. I think this is a very good idea. I also encourage the other classmates if you have some video related, but this video sound is not working. So I think you should try to use, I don't know which software you're using, but it seems like you need to use the system sound to record the video, or however you add the video to it. Because like right now, the reason you guys can hear the sound of the presentations because I choose the function to add the sound. Otherwise, the videos will not show. And so this sounds like we are listening to a sound that is not directly come from the video. So anyway, the sound of the video is a problem, but the using of the video is a good idea. And then the introduction needs to be more detailed.
What is mobile payments? Mobile payments are servers that use a mobile device to make payments. Consumers can use their mobile device to pay for service or for digital and physical goods without the need for card, checks, or credit cards. While the concept of use the non-physical currency systems has been around for a long time. The technology to support.
All right, so also it will help if you not read so much, just like I mentioned about some of the other classmates. Make sure that you practice this enough. So because you want to sell us a product, you want to sell us a service, you need to be more enthusiastic, not just reading from your notes. And these are too many words in your PowerPoint. I think by now you should know that this is kind of too many words and complete sentences. We don't need to have so many sentences, right? Um, So here it says, for example, mobile payments are services that use mobile devices to make payments. All right, so I can just reduce these mobile devices can make payments. That's it. We don't need to say so many words. And so please work on that. The PowerPoint has too many words, and the video needs to make the sound big so we can hear. Now, if you don't have any way, and this is not just for you, for anybody else who is wanting to insert a video, if you want to insert a video, but if for some reason you don't know how to insert the sound, or you have problem making the sound easy to listen, you could just talk over it. I mean, cut the sound of the video, and whatever they are saying in the video, because in this case we have the Chinese subtitle, but you could just explain as the video is going. You can explain in English what is happening and what are they talking about. So we can read the Chinese. It's like you are talking and there is a Chinese subtitle. There is a video that we can see, and also you are explaining to us, and the sound is very clear. So using a video is good. If the sound is clear, fine. If the sound is not clear, you can talk yourself instead of the sound of the video. So you show the video as a background. The video has the Chinese subtitle, which is fine. And you speak in English to explain the video, what is in the video. So your timing is, the minimum timing is there, so it's no problem. Let's see how we do with the conclusion.
Pages without touch it. Apple Pay is safe when to pay. Every easy than use a physical card. Finally, Taiwan Pay. Taiwan self-developed mobile payment. Taiwan Pay is based on the application development of QR code common payment standard, provides a common platform, and jointly builds Taiwan's core visibility and core good payment ecosystem, creating domestic and cross-border payment ecosystem all run. Electronic cards follow serve platform. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so also we are missing the end part of it. Now, I think in the outline, you could tell us a little detail. I know you have an outline, but you could tell us which mobile system you're going to talk about. Otherwise, it's okay. But in the purpose statement, you need to make sure that you tell us in two different colors what you want us to learn from you, and why is this important to us. And then you don't forget to have a summary slide and the conclusion slide. All right, so with more practice and taking care of those problems I just mentioned, this would become very good. Do you have any questions for me, Alan?
No, thank you, teacher.
Okay, so let's go to Vina.
Hello everyone, I'm Vina. Do you know the sign I put in my PPT? Yeah, that's Siri. In the beginning of my presentation. And the outline I divided to 5 parts. The first one is introduce, second one is theory, and the third one is monitor. Then information security, and last one is solve. In the beginning, I would like to introduce how is Siri going. Siri is to receive the information that you said and send what you said to the server, and then judge the meaning, the part of speech, or analysis. Siri, second one is theory, and the third one is monitor.
Okay, so Vina, is there a purpose statement?
Uh,
You have.
I have made the purpose and I forgot to I
Put it there.
forget to put in.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that would help because you're also a little bit short of time. So the purpose
uh,
will help. Yeah. Again, remember at the beginning of your presentation, which could also be your hook, because we still don't have a hook in your presentation. This is step one, which is showing us that we have a problem for a sales pitch or for an idea pitch is very important. First, you need to show what is the problem. And then you need to show in your presentation how to solve it. And then finally, in the conclusion, you show that this is a good idea or this is a good product to buy. All right.
um,
So let's listen a little bit more.
then information security, and last one is solve. In the beginning, I would like to introduce how is Siri going. Siri is to receive the information that you said and send what you said to the server, and then judge the meaning, the part of speech, or analysis. After that, it will send the information to database to compare, and then send to the model to calculate, which we just said it is a function. And the last step is to execute the calculation result. And the second one is theory. It is based on the last page, which we called natural language processing, that we called it NLP. Natural language processing is to let the computer understand what you mean, let them to calculate the human language. The first step is to have a notion or comprehend. It is to judge the word or divide the sentence. And the second step is auto-analyze, including grammar or the meaning. And the third one is monitor. Have you ever heard a news say Siri will monitor the users? Yeah, that's right. Because you always open your microphone to say, "Hey Siri," and let Siri to help for you. You see, my "Hey Siri" is just come up. So if you open the function, the Siri is always listening to you. It violates the criminal law, Article 315-1, which is uses our bodily part. And how to solution this problem? To wait for you to say, "Hey Siri," and they will seek knowledge of Siri. Be careful and notice the monitor problems, or maybe don't open all permissions. And the conclusion is, despite "Hey Siri" is useful, but if you care the privacy, you could turn off the microphone. Thank you.
Okay, so we know this is good. We also need more practice about your enthusiasm again as a salesperson or as someone who is trying to sell something. And this is for everybody, not just for you. You need to have more enthusiasm. So if in
Okay.
your presentation you had little bit enthusiasm, now here you need more enthusiasm, and it's a little bit harder because you're doing it on the video. If you're with the audience, I understand can be easier, but we just have to work with what we have, and sometimes you're going to sell a product using a video nowadays. So see if you can practice those matters, but you have almost every element in there.
Uh,
Do you have any questions?
no.
Okay, thank you for that. Let's go to Estela.
Hello everyone, my name is Stella, and today I like to talk about TikTok. The purpose of my presentation is to let you guys know more about TikTok. So maybe you will get the idea to use TikTok doing lots of interesting things. And my presentation will divide it into two parts. First is what is TikTok. In the first part, I will introduce the form of TikTok and why it wins everyone's interest, and people using or looking TikTok for what. Then I like to talk about TikTok in our day-to-day lives. First, let me show you an amazing statistics. In 2021, TikTok's total downloads reached 700 million.
All right. So once again, I don't know what's the problem that you're trying to solve for us. What does TikTok solve this? What problem does TikTok solve for us? So once again, make sure that your opening statement, which again can be also your hook, will give us a problem. This is a problem that you're going to solve. And so then we know where it's going. And so far, everything looks good. I just wonder if you ever, yes. So again, when you make your PowerPoint, in your PowerPoint, let me see if I can just briefly show what I mean. Um, I want to insert, or what I wanted to show is that if you are going to supposedly, there's a, supposedly you have your PowerPoint, right? And you know that you're going to put your picture here, more or less, right? So when you make your PowerPoint, you always, dedicate a small space here. However big is your picture going to be in here. So after that, when you write in here, you know that this is not going to, the writing will not going to cover this space, because this space belongs to you, your picture. Then it won't have this problem. So if you think you're going to be here always, then make all your PowerPoint slides to have this space reserved for you. Say, okay, this is my space, so I'm going to be here. And then after that, when you write in here, you know that the PowerPoint is not going to come to that. There is a slide. There is an insert text box, but right now I am a little out of shape, so I don't. Oh, here it is. So yeah, so you could use this function of inserting the text box, right? Say, okay, this is going to be, or here or there, doesn't matter. This is going to be where I'm going to be, and you dedicate this space to your writing. All right, so you say, okay, this is my space. So after that, whatever I write should not be covering this space. I know that this is mine. And this is going to take care of the problem of picture covering your slide. It's not that bad right now so far, and the other ones is actually okay because there was nothing in here. If I don't know, later on there will be more of this.
Then I'd like to talk about TikTok in our lives. It is an app that's developed during the epidemic. It has increased usage during the epidemic prevention and lockdown the almost all places. Many influential public figures record creative and diverse short videos so TikTok at home and then share them on their social media.
Okay, same suggestions for that I gave almost everybody else except for Michael is that you need to have more enthusiasm. You need to put more energy into your presentation. But I think that all the elements that is necessary is there, except that in the beginning you give us a problem, and then during your presentation you solve the problem, and in the conclusion you pitch the idea. It's that why TikTok is a good one, or why TikTok is helpful or not helpful, whatever is your conclusion on that. Do you have any questions for me, Stella?
No.
All right. Let's go to our next. That would be Pat. Is Pat here?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, because I didn't hear you. How about Tony? Is Tony here? No, Tony. Okay, let's listen to Pat.
Hello, my name is Pat. Anyone who has invested will know that stock market has not performed very well this year, or even bad. Maybe someone will want to look for less risk products. Then I recommend corporate around here. Why choose the US? Because the US is the largest trade market. The liquidity is very good. I'm going to divide it into two parts. First was how to make profit, and the third was how to stop loss. First, let's talk about making profits. The profits of bond is main divided into the interest received and the price difference earned by trade. It can also wait until the bond matures and the company
All
redeems.
right, so also we need to hear you a little louder. Seems like you are somewhere you cannot talk very freely. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because right now you sound very good and very clear. So when you were doing the video, maybe somebody is asleep or you are trying to be quiet. So when you're ready to make the video, you need to find the time that nobody will be bothered, or find a place, somewhere out there in the campus. There's so many. If you are in the campus, I don't know if you're not, then you should find a room or somewhere you can be very quiet, or even maybe a local library. If the library is open near you, you can just go there to find a quiet place. But the elements are there. The PowerPoint seems to be a little bit smaller than 32 that we usually require. So you can check for that, and along with your little bit louder voice, also a little bit more enthusiasm. So you're trying to sell us the US bonds. Then before that, you need to give us a problem again. So what is the problem that you want to solve for us? And that problem is also would be part of your purpose. So the reason I want to show you is to maybe how to get rich, or if you're poor, how can I help you to get rich? Or whatever is the purpose of this presentation. It could be also in the solution of that problem. So is it important when you think about it? The first step, everyone, is important to think about what is the problem. You need to give the audience a problem because you know the solution. So first give the problem, then solve your problem, and then make your conclusion. All right. Yeah. So these fonts are a little bit too small. Make sure you increase the font size to 32, right? So we said that the font size should be at least 32. This is what I mean. So here this is 36, and this one is 32. So I followed my suggestion in my PPT. All right.
I think there is no chance of another new high. very safe and smart decision to buy the corporate bond here. Next, let's talk about stop loss on investment, or no matter how safe.
I think this is a very
Prepare to
nice topic,
stop.
um, Pat, but you just need to make sure that you deliver it good because nobody has talked about this before. I mean, in my presentation classes, so this is a very good topic, and you will
This
teach
is
us something
interesting year. The
definitely interesting, especially at these times. But you need to be more convincing. So you need to speak a little louder, a little bit more enthusiastic, and use your PowerPoints more clearly. Do you have
Okay.
any questions?
No, no question. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's go to Kelly.
Hello everyone, I'm Kelly. Today I would like to talk to you about an existing concept, self-checkout system. The purpose of this presentation is introduce the relationship between coronavirus and the self-checkout system. Also can make us learn more about the change around us. In the beginning, I want to ask you a question regarding what's your opinion of self-checkout system. Let me show you my opinion first. I have divided into three parts. First, what is self-checkout system? And next, cashier-free convenience store, Amazon Go. And last is advantage and the disadvantage of self-checkout system. With the development of the technology and the new coronavirus.
All right, so we have very good enthusiastic start, Kelly, and you look very professional. You look good, except that again, you need to remember where you should be. So you have so much free space in here, but you are fighting. Your head is fighting with the PowerPoint slide. Bring the camera a little bit. You make yourself to be in at the most right part, so you have enough space here, right? And also to you, I need to mention that we need in the step one, we don't know what the problem is. So first you need to make sure you create a problem for us and avoid writing the PowerPoint in the complete sentences. So self-checkout system are machines that provide a mechanism for customers to complete their own transaction from retailer without needing a traditional staffed checkout, right? So self-checkout system help customers to complete their own transaction without traditional staffed checkout. So you just need to find the keyword from here and make it into a phrase, not a sentence, just a phrase or several phrases. So machines that provide, machines that help, because provide is also maybe a little, big word. So machines that help customers to check out by themselves. Again, could be even shorter and simpler. All right, so let's move more. The timing is good.
Is let consumers code before paying for their total shop without needing one-to-one staff assistance. Most self-checkout areas are supervised by at least one staff member, often assisting customer process transaction, correcting price, or otherwise providing service. Finally, have you ever thought about that self-checkout system further development to be cashier-free convenience store? Amazon is the first company to achieve cashier-free convenience store.
So I like your eye contact. You most of the time you do have eye contact with the audience, and again you have prepared for this presentation. And so as far as the delivery, I think it's pretty good. For some reason I think the PowerPoint is more help than your presentation. So I maybe we missed that so much writing. You could use more slides, and you could put pictures in different slides. So as long as you can have more slides and keep changing your slide, it would be more helpful for the audience.
Also bring new trend to the world. The Amazon Go app for iOS and Android linked to their Amazon account and is the primary method of paying for items at the store. The app is required to enter the store, which has turnstile. Let's scan a QR.
So it's obvious sometimes you need to read. And at the beginning of this part, you don't need to read. And it talks very.
Android linked to their Amazon account. Transaction, correcting price, or otherwise providing service. Colin, have you ever thought about
Yeah,
that
so this part,
self-checkout
you're
system?
really good. Since this part, you're just talking, you know what you're talking about. We go a little bit later, you still start reading. And then once you start reading, then your tone gets uh, kind of monotonous.
Brand with no emotion attachment to your store. They might as well shop somewhere else. So, self-checkout system is a machine that customers don't have to interact with anyone, and they can complete checkout without the step.
Very good. Summary is there. The elements are there. Just need more polishing on the things I mentioned. I mentioned to you. Um, but if you are, do you have any questions about what I say?
No.
Okay, so you know what to do for the next
Yes.
video? Okay, good.
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. So let's go to Ben, who did not write the file name the way it should be.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben. Today my presentation's topic is product introduction. And my purpose is talking about a book. I will let you know the value and benefit. It's my outline. I divide the presentation into three sections. First is basic information. Second is features of the product. And third is the value of this product. Basic information. The book's name is The Art of Strategy, and the others are Evan H. Dixon and Barry J. Neil Buff.
All right, so we have the same. I have the same concept, same comment. Is that we don't know what's the problem and we don't have a hook for Ben. And the rest of the introduction is fine. You don't know exactly how to pronounce people's name. You don't need to say it. You just say, well, I forgot the title of the book is important in English, and then also we see that in Chinese, the art of a strategy. And you can see the name of the authors there, and if you can say some of the name of the authors by Avinash and Barry, for example, you could say their first name. Whatever is easy. But if you cannot say it, then don't say it. You don't have to force yourself to pronounce people's name you don't know. So the PowerPoint looks good. The background is clear. The writing is pretty good size.
Easy to understand. This book on theory of the game is different from others. It uses easy to understand language to explain its content, maintaining an excellent balance between easy and visual. Second is step-by-step introduction. It will tell you the cause and effect step by step, not just conclusions or complicated pushback. Finally, he used a lot. It's used a lot of live things to apply the game theory to make people better to understand. The value of this product.
All right, Ben. So you're doing good. We miss your eye contact when you're reading. So I think with more practice, you will not have to read so much. And so far, I don't see that you will cover your PowerPoint. So far, it seems to be okay. Ah, here we have a problem. So so make sure again, like I showed you right now, design one space there for yourself and say this is my space, and dedicate that space to your PowerPoint. Say okay, this is my space in here, and make sure that nobody can cover this. And you can say that this is, you can bring this to the front. So if you write anything else, you will see that it will go under this, and it will go under this. That means okay, oh, I'm going to cover it, so you know that you shouldn't write so much there, or you shouldn't put a picture there or anything like that.
Be cutting up before the end of the class, and the other is not. So if we know the class is can be cutting up, the best choice is don't do anything. The sooner anyone give up cutting, the more benefit that we get.
So this is can't. So this should be up there, right? This is the apostrophe, not a comma. Can't finish, right? Clean the class, can finish, can't finish. Everybody works. Someone is lazy, and what, prisoner's dilemma, something like that. And I don't know why this is bold. Maybe there's a purpose. But if there's no purpose, don't suddenly change the font
And the
to a bold or different shape. Just be consistent with it. But it's good that you give us example. So this is a very good way of showing the example. And this is very clear.
lazy, this will lead to another situation. Let's not investigate the new situation in this time, but it can prevent it from happening. Like use
We need to do something about that rooster that is singing behind your background. You're talking. If possible, we can do something about the rooster. It would be good. Maybe we can make a lunch out of it. Just kidding. Maybe that's. Is that your rooster from your home?
hmm?
The sound of the rooster singing behind in the background. Do you hear the sound of rooster, the chicken?
Uh,
Is it your home or is it some neighbor?
yeah, I home.
So you have, yeah, but you hear the sound of the rooster, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So see if possible to do something about it, but if not possible, then maybe close the windows or something so the sound is not so much. Okay, and so let's see.
ensuring cooperation and threatening or coercion. Conclusions. The book is the art of strategy. This is important. He will teach you to solve the problem
So before the conclusion, we need a summary. Remember.
in a better way. You should buy it and read it over and over again. And an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. It's my end.
The rooster is give you jayo. Jayo is the audience give you jayo. All right. So you have any questions for me, Ben?
Oh, no question.
Okay. So don't forget to have the summary before the conclusion. Don't forget to practice more to talk to us and look at the monitor. And at the beginning, you need to give us a problem. At the conclusion, you give us the solution to the problem. All right. So for the people who are here, we have watched your videos. and I make a comment. Now, what to do for next week? I think I make that optional. So for next week, it's up to you. If you want to make a new video about this still, about selling a product, all right? And if that video, if you want to make that video for the final, again, dress formally, and if everything you follow is exactly what we mentioned and everything is good, then that video can be your final exam, and that's it. You don't have to make a new one. If you are busy or you just want to make a video, you don't have time to make a video. If you're busy, you don't have time to make a new video for next week, and you just want to make the final, submit a final, then you need to make a new video for the final, and you can choose one of the two topics that we did. So the topic, this one for the VP2, it was the video, the product or idea sale, right? And for the VP1, we for the VP1, the topic was the same topic as April 26th presentation, which, what? That was the VP1, the self-evaluation. Okay. Not a self-evaluation. So it would be one of the, you could choose one of your previous presentations, but not the self-evaluation that you did in class. For before midterm, you could choose one of those topics and make a final video with it, or you could choose a totally new topic. So I will write the instructions for the final. Therefore, there would be the video that you have to submit, it that is a must, is for the final, and if that would be on June 7. Next week is May 31st, and it's optional. I will write all this information also. It's optional. If you want to try a video and make the things I just told you, make them better. And if everything is good, then that can be your final. You don't have to do another one. If there is still some problem, then it's up to you which video you want to submit for the final, this one, that one, or the new one. You can decide. Anyway, the point is to submit the best of your, one of the best video for the final. Either you make a new one, or you choose from the previous one if you are dressed formally. If you didn't dress formally, then definitely you have to make a new video for the final. That's for sure, because that's part of the grade. If you want the points, and it's easy way to get the points. So in conclusion, first of all, please go to the trunk class and please check in here, and then also please go to the feedback and answer those feedback. And if you have any comments, you can also go there. So far I have 3 people just do the feedback, so can I ask everybody else to just log into the trunk class and get this one? One more person did it. Thank you. Meanwhile, let me see if there's any question from the class about anything. So I make a conclusion about what needs to be done. Next week, there is no homework, except you guys need to either come to see me, to show me your book, if you are in campus, or just take a picture like I gave you in the example that is in the line picture. Put all the pictures in one file. Either you combine them into one PDF file if you have something like that you can do, or just zip all the files into one folder and email them to me. I send you the email to the line group. So that's the homework you must give me next week. The picture of the stamps with your signature and date. Making a video is optional for next week. If you have time and you don't want to be too busy for the final, maybe you do the best you can, you dress formal, and you consider all the comments I told you today to make a final video presentation to sell a product or to sell an idea. If you don't have time, then your final exam, final video, which is 25% of the semester grade, so it's very important, just like midterm, has to be submitted by June 6 before midnight. So then on June 7, we will check those videos and I will give you some feedback on those videos. If there's something very, very terrible, then I will tell you that you go to redo it. But I think now we have all the ideas of not the case unless something happens to someone. And then June 14 is the day of the last day of the class. Then we just meet here on June 15 and I will share with you all your grades and we will say goodbye to each other. Probably going to be through the teams as well. Unfortunately, we won't see each other until maybe sometime in the future if you take any other class. So how about, all right, so at least I got 7 people to do this one. How about any questions you might have? Okay, I will make this video also available on the Tron class in case you need to go over the comments I made for you or for other classmates. And then we will be ready. I will also send you the instructions, maybe this afternoon or as soon as possible. I send you the instructions for the final exam video. Okay, if no questions, then have a good week and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Goodbye, teacher.
Goodbye.
See you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Chào chào.